Hey guys, Jen here from Raven Loom Paper 2. I am sharing with you today my entry for the Mommy and Me Crafts Spring Fling group swap. And we were to create one spring themed tote following a tutorial by Christian's Crafts. I will leave a link down below to the tutorial in case you guys would like to make your own tote. We needed to also make one pair of decorated or altered sunnies, which are sunglasses. We needed to include one trim or ribbon sample or handmade flowers, either of them. We needed to include a beaded dangle, beaded pen, or beaded pokey tool, a small trinket box for embellishments, one memorydex card, and on the back share our personal info, a sequin mix, a handmade card, and one pennant flag or a wand. And we're going to go ahead and I guess dive into this big beautiful tote I have made here. And I guess let's start with the front of it here. So the paper that I used, I mixed up a lot of collections here, but the main paper on the front of the bag here is the Buenos Dias collection, and then I don't even remember what this little paper was from, and then the background paper here was the Brand New Day from Rosie's Studio. And I went ahead and I have added some, around the top here, I added the back side of this paper to make like a coordinating top and bottom. And then I made these tiny little bows and attached them to brads to hold the front handles on. And then right here I have draped a chain, and I used my Shrinky Dinks to and my Cricut to print and cut out and then shrink the letter charms here to spell out the hello, and I made them that really yummy pastel color so that everything just kind of looked nice and pretty. And then the back, of course, is just pretty much the plain old back, and then I've added my little logo sticker to the back here so that it's pretty easily identifiable as to who made the swap. And I'm going to go ahead and pull everything out of it and show you guys one at a time everything that's in this big old loaded tote here so that you guys can get a better look at everything individually without me making a big loud mess pulling all of it out. Alright, I thought the first thing that we would start with are the sunnies. These are one of my favorite projects from the whole swap, probably because I've never made any before, so I thought that these turned out really cute. So the actual sunglasses themselves are from the Dollar Tree. And what I've done to alter them is I have added these little buttons on each side of this, because they have like a really uniquely shaped frame here, if you see the back. So to the little like point out of each of the sides there, I added the little daisy buttons to each side. And then at the top here are those little rubber bead pieces that are shaped like flowers. And I've just alternated between yellow and white ones. And then I went ahead and in the center of each of them, I added diamond dots in the opposite colors so that everything kind of went together. These feel like really like Flower Child to me, and I think they just turned out really cute. Alright, the next thing is my beaded dangle here, and I just used my Cricut to cut out this like holder here for it, and I made a little offset in the center there, and I've kind of raised it so that we can hide all of the ugly stuff that you would normally see on the back. As for my beaded dangle, here at the bottom I have used the pom-poms from the little picks at Hobby Lobby, and I went ahead and I cut the stick at the bottom of them and threaded them through the little eye hook. We have lots of colorful pastel beads. I had some flower charms. Oh, here's a little rabbit. This little bead right here looked like an egg to me, so I thought that would be really fun to add to. And I have at the top here a little bumblebee charm, and then I have lots of other little like gems and stuff, all just kind of added here to make this big, chunky, beautiful little chunky dangle. Alright, and this next little box here is my beaded pokey tool, and I think I've made all my packaging a little too big because this basket is super stuffed, or I'm sorry, tote is super stuffed. But here is the little packaging that I am sending it in. Let me open it real quick, just slide the little ribbon off. Also, I think that I have leaned a little more towards Easter rather than spring, and I'm sorry about that. Alright, and here is my pokey tool. I'm sorry, give me a second. Alright. There we go. Now that we're in focus a little more, once again I went ahead and I have used the little pom-pom bunny ear picks from Hobby Lobby on the top here, and I added a little cabochon that's a bow and put a little diamond knot in the middle, and then I have some big chunky watermelon bubblegum beads along with this little flower bead here, and these fun little shaped beads. And I've done this one all in pink. And then I have a little dangly charm from the side here. And this one says hello. And then I have this fun little bunny shaped bead as well that I've used. And that is my pokey tool. Alright, and here is my handmade card. And I've used that same paper that I had on the outside of my tote. And the ephemera pieces are from the Brand New Day collection by Rosie Studio. And I just went ahead and added some sewing on the happy word there. I've kind of made my butterfly, folded him a little bit so he kind of looks like he's flying, landing there. And then of course I had to use one of the little stamp pieces from the ephemera. I made this box envelope because this is kind of a chunky monkey card and it's kind of oddly shaped. And on the back here I have a Velcro closure so that we can use and reuse the envelope as needed. And ta-da! Here is my little card that I have made. This is a Cricut SVG file, and it's just a little bunny taking a nap on the fence there. I went ahead and added some diamond dots to the flowers as well as her little nose. The sun in the very back is an ephemera piece that I just added. So then there on the little tail I've added a little pom-pom, and it just opens up to a blank inside so they can write whatever message they want to write and send it however they want to send it. Here is my embellishment box for the swap. The bunny shaped box is actually from Hobby Lobby, and then the paper I've used is that Rosie Studio paper. I've added a little heart cabochon for his little nose, and then the adhesive gems of the pearls for the little eyeball. I used some ribbon and made a little pinwheel bow for the little necklace, and of course I had to add another pom-pom for the tail. Here are some ephemera pieces from the collection, and I've went ahead and I've sewn and added diamond dots, and I used some of my gold foil paper and made a little frame so that the cute little bunny is just hanging out there. And here's a look at the inside of the embellishment box. To it, I've added some little flowers in here of different types. I have a assortment of pom-poms. Right here we have an assortment of bows. And then in this one there is some like string. I think it's like the kind you make like necklaces with. And I've added some cabochons of the little bunny rabbit and the bees. And this one is different charms and shaped beads. And this one are some thick foam stickers. And here are some of the little polymer clay flowers for like sequin mixes. Over here are some of the gems. And then over here are some wire wrapped beads and just some fun little beads that I thought kind of matched my swap. Also to the basket, I've added this cute little bunny rabbit pin, and he is also from Hobby Lobby. And he's just a fun little pin I've added to the tote as well. And I also have made a little felt pennant flag to go in the basket. That's what I went with, was the pennant flag instead of the wand. And it's on the gold straw, a gold holographic straw. Let me get closer here. The trim all around the edges there is from Michael's this year. And then these are some little foam flowers from the Dollar Tree, I don't know how long ago. And I've just used some embroidery floss and made little centers for each of them. And then the leaves came from the garland they have in there this year, the spring garland. And the bunny was a coaster. Yeah, he's a felt coaster from Michael's. And then the little bows came from, I think, Allie. And then one of the beautiful little rainbow pom-poms on the top there. And that's the pennant flag that I am sharing. Here is one of my favorite pieces. This is my memorydex, and for the memorydex, I have made it a 3D memorydex, and it is an egg. And I actually got the SVG for the egg from myscrapchick.com, and I went ahead and just used my Cricut to weld that base and stuff onto a memorydex base that I had, a file I have, and I just welded it all together to make this cool little memorydex. On the back is my information, and I used my my Cricut to do a print and cut and printed out all of my information onto my paper and then cut it to fit the memorydex here. The very front of the memorydex is a shaker, and I have a little dangle from the side here, as well as all the sewn ephemera pieces. And inside of it is where I have hid my ribbon samples. And one of the things that Miss Patty said when she was making her video was to be creative on how to send them. And I thought it would be really cute to make these little peg bunnies. They're like the peg people. But so I'd seen some pictures on Pinterest when I was getting inspiration, and I was like, oh, I can make those guys. And then to give them ears, I just used my little hand drill and drilled a hole in each side there. And then I took pipe cleaners and went ahead and stuck them and super glued them into those holes. And the ribbons I'm sharing, this one is a Happy Easter one. I think it's from Dollar Tree. And then this really pretty light floral flower one is from Walmart. And then I've also embellished the bottom of the memorydex here with the little bee and some little diamond dots. And before I share my last item, I also wanted to share a quick little glimpse of the card that I made for them. That just has like, thanks for swapping with me and all that fun stuff inside of it, as well as my information on a card so that they can figure out who it came from. And my last item is my sequins mix. And this is how I've decided to package my sequins mix. This file is an SVG from Cricut, and at the top here I've used a little clothespin from the Dollar Tree, the little baby shower favor things. And this is some of that deco ribbon type stuff that they sell at like Walmart or whatever. And then here on the front. Of course, I've sewn all around it, and this is a sentiment from the collection. And then this glittery Easter egg guy there, he is from Walmart. I don't know how many years ago. It was like some tabletop confetti. They called it like jumbo confetti or whatever. And then I have a Easter egg, a plastic iridescent Easter egg on the inside there with my sequin mix. And I've kind of taped it up so that it doesn't fall out during transit, or, you know, it doesn't just accidentally pop open on anyone. But I've also went ahead and saved a little bit of the sequin mix so I can share a look at it with you guys. And it's just these fun spring colors that I've used in the entire collection here. And we also have little clay bunnies. There are little bunny shaped sequins. There are some of the food looking sprinkle sequins, as well as a few like diamond dots, and ooh, I see like some heart clay bits, as well as those flower clay bits that I'm sharing in the embellishment box. And I have some I guess I don't have any left in the bottom of the mix here, but I had some like bunny shaped sequins and stuff as well. Now that I have everything out of the tote, I thought it would be good to show you guys like an up close version of it, since I didn't want to really rattle everything around there. There are those cute little letter charms I'd made with the shrink plastic. And then look at my little bow brads. I think that those turned out so cute. And then once again here, let me just put it back here so you guys can see it. And that's what the basket itself looks like without anything in it. Alright guys, and that is it for my spring fling swap for Mommy and Me Crafts. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to let me know in the comments. And you guys can find me on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, everything Raven Lou and Paper 2. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.